I finally am uploading an episode of Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Hello, this is Bowblax here. Welcome back. Last episode was 6 entire months ago. G-Bus. And now we are going to finish off the game with a few last videos that I need to do, about 6. So, yeah. Mario's kidnapped. And all these boos are in this train-like area. So we're just looking around, seeing what's up. Again, a lot of people in between these 6 months have been asking me, oh, do you have a 3DS capture card? How are you recording Dark Moon? Again, this is post-commentated, and this footage is provided by my friend Megman and G. So, yeah. And scary paranormal Boo is breaking fourth wall and moving in still frame picture. So, we gotta go chase him and save Mario. But first, Gadd has to give us a special thing to get to the train exhibit. Which, yeah, I'd show the train exhibit on the map right here, but as you probably can see, I'm only showing the top screen, so, yes. So, Gadd will give us this mechanism, so we can, move the staircase that we unlocked in the last episode, to get to different parts of the second floor. So, I think I previously mentioned that this is probably my favorite mansion in the game. The reason why is going to become apparent in this episode. The second floor is really neat. This, like, you know how the first floor had, like, a bunch of exhibits? The second one also has exhibits, and it's kind of, like, parallel to the first floor and connects in certain ways through portals. It's just really cool, this mansion. It's kind of like a compilation of all the environments you've ever been to, and plus more, like the train exhibit, and, the space exhibit that we're going to go to. It would have been cool, and the Dark Age exhibit, it would have been cool to have these type of themes in the other mansions, but you know, you can't really have themes and stuff, like, there's only a few house themes that you could go in. That's probably why the Secret Mines isn't really mansion related, it's more of just like a mine, just to put in those themes. But I kind of don't like that, because I would prefer the original Luigi's Mansion, where it was just, you know, one mansion that you explore, no linear missions and stuff. But you know, this is kind of its own. This is kind of a like next level game style of Luigi's Mansion, and it works. But I do prefer the original style. And if we ever get a sequel to this game, I'd like it in that style. Or maybe branch off 2 different Luigi's Mansion series or something like that. This is called Dark Moon, so there could be Dark Moon 2 and then Luigi's Mansion 2. Although in other regions this is called Luigi's Mansion 2, so I don't know. But, we will see if the series continues. I'm guessing maybe, but not a lot of games will come out of this. Maybe, like, we'll have a 3rd one by the time the next generation starts or something. I don't know. Anyways, this room will become very important around the end of the game. But for now, you can look through it, through that window, which is pretty neat. This door's a fake. If you can see on the, you can't see the map, but on the map it shows that there's no door there. So you get damaged by that. And, I think, I mentioned this before, but every ghost in this mansion is the upgraded versions, except for these type of ghosts. They're all like the upgraded versions. They've been infected with the red crystals, so they're more powerful, from Secret Mines. Also, you only require 1 suction to suck those in, but if you do 3 sections, you get, 3 golden bars, 2, and, 1 you just get 1, so it's, pretty useful to try to get the 3 level of suction no matter how much HP they have left. Because, yeah, then you can finish them off. Anyways, the train exhibit is right through that hole. And, as you can see in the mirror, there's a book behind there. So, what we have to do is use our dark light and suck up the little dark orbs. I do like the dark light mechanic. That is something I'd like to see in original Luigi's Mansion type setting. Because it helps with a lot of puzzles. I find this game is a lot more puzzle focused than the last one. But,
Hello?
I don't like this one's mission format, and I prefer the bosses in the other one, the ghosts and stuff. So yeah, there's good parts of each one, but either way, there was a poltergeist type ghost that took the book to open the shelf. So there's a bunch of books around here, so honestly I don't know why Luigi doesn't use another type of book over here, because they're all relatively the same size as that book. But apparently he just really wants that book because it matches, and he's like, what's the word? I guess obsessive over that. I don't know, I forgot the word, it slipped my mind. But the word where you want everything to be exactly perfect. Probably one of you will say it in the comments and I'll feel like a complete dumbass, but yeah. Yeah, OCD, yes. Luigi has OCD. So yes, I remembered. So now you don't have to scold me in the comments, and if you do, that means you didn't watch the whole video, and you should really watch the whole video before you comment. That is a thing I generally tend to do. And also liking a video before they comment is because, like, liking a video right when it comes out just because it's by a specific user is a little, because what if the video isn't good? Even though their content is usually good, what if it isn't good, huh? I don't know. Anyways, we're just getting a lot more money from these ghosts. Free cash, you know? And we get to light up the room in doing so. So that's good. And there's also some, you know, spiders and golden spiders and mice around, as in any mansion. But the right side of the second floor is pretty much required. All the first floor is pretty much required. But the left side of the second floor is mostly secrets. Some of the right side is also secrets. But the left side of this mansion, the second floor left side of this mansion has a lot of secrets. It's mainly just for crystals and stuff. There's only one required room, which is the previously mentioned space exhibit that we will be going to later. But this room's sole purpose was to get this this gem, and also you can get a lot of money by turning the propeller of that plane. But there's a lot of rooms I never went here on my original playthrough, because when I usually play through this game, I just want to, when I play through any game for the first time, usually I just want to beat it and then go back and get secrets later. I'm not that type of person that tries to get every secret in one area then move forward, because I just like continuing the adventure and having like the flow of the story. Even if the story is as simple as Luigi's Mansion or a new Super Mario Bros. Game, it's still a story or levels that I want to experience and play before I go back to the other ones. Because I don't like repeating a level over and over and over again. It like melts my brain. So just not fun anymore. But yeah. Anyways, this room is for the sole purpose of a gold ghost. So yeah, that's what I meant about this room. It has a lot of secrets like that, just getting gold ghosts or whatever. Also, something you might not know in these hallways, and I'm pretty sure it's not shown off in this episode. I don't know if it's shown off in the other episodes, because I haven't looked at the footage yet, but, there is a door at the end of each hallway on the, like, side without the window, like, the side the camera is from. Like, as if a camera has, as if the camera's above that door or something, I don't know. There's a door at the end of the hallway, and I never knew that, and there's a lot of secrets you can get from that, so yeah. Anyways, if you look through this telescope, you can see that the poltergeist has the book. So, how do we get it? He's out there. Well, we already are out there. Haha, paranormal activity for the win. Yeah, and I do make a few cuts in this part because, it does take a while, believe it or not, to find him. It's kind of annoying. Basically, he has a pattern where he launches stars at you, and during that time, you cannot flash him for whatever reason, because apparently he's too far back. Then he moves across the map while he's invisible, and that is the time when you can strike. And usually you can just see him summon the star, wait a little bit, and then flash him right after, stun him right after he moves. You can also use the dark light to reveal him a bit. Doesn't help too much, in my opinion, but, you know, And then after you get him, obviously you already saw there's a bomb section. Basically you just can use the left analog, not analog, the left button, the L button, to the shoulder buttons or whatever. I was about to call them triggers, but they're not really triggers, they're more like shoulder buttons. You can use them to blow away the bombs. Usually I don't do this. You can just, there's usually a big enough gap that you can just stand in and wait for. Actually, I never really knew about this till seeing this footage, but yeah. And what is me with yawning in every Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon episode? It happened in episode 21 a lot. It happens in other episodes frequently. And it's happening here a bit. It's like, what? What is it with the yawning? I have no idea. Maybe it's just me in post-commentary or something. I don't know. It's not like it's late at all. It's like 4:30 p.m. here, so it's like, what? I don't know. Oh, yeah. Anyways, after you finish that, you come back here, and the book pops up. You don't want to use the book right away. He did before the battle. I usually do it after, but he activated that portal. That's going to be very important for later. Back in the main room, that portal connects to. Just like every other portal in this mansion. So yeah. What we need to do is we need to move the staircase all the way back to the other side because we need to get the book to the other side. But as you know, when to carry it, you have to suck it up with your vacuum. And when you suck up stuff with your vacuum, you can't use doors. So we have to use portal as a substitute. But you might be thinking, there's no portal in that other room, was there? Well, on this side there is a portal. And as you can, what you have to do basically here, it's really confusing, so this is going to be important. There was a little door open back there. It was a little fast, so you might have not seen it. It was a little window that's circle right above that portal. It was open and it was bringing out steam. What you want to do is close it by pressing the L trigger and holding down X. And then you want to just hold down R anywhere in the room to suck up the rest of the fog. That was a little hard for me when I replayed this level for this commentary. Like, I played it on my own time just to have a better understanding of the level. Because, to be honest, I haven't played Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon since, like, March-ish. But, yeah. Basically, you just want to close that and then suck up the stuff and then kill all the ghosts and then activate the portal. And what we're doing right here is just for extra stuff. You don't really have to do this if you just want to beat the mission, but we're doing some stuff to get some crystals, so that's all good. I feel like the collectibles in Luigi's Mansion or Dark Moon are very not worth your time just because, like, if you get all the crystals, that are really hard to find, by the way. All you get is just a gem-like statue of Luigi. It's like, what? That's literally not worth it. Anyways. So yeah, the rest of the episodes is going to be playing with a bunch of stuff you can do with your vacuum and portals. This is why this is my favorite mansion, because you can just do stuff like this that you'd never think of otherwise. Like getting a log from that exhibit and putting it on this platform. Way down that and way down that and get a bunch of stuff. It's just really cool. And I'm very, very fond of it. So yeah. So while we get all this gem collecting, since most of this is just self-explanatory, I'd like to explain why I haven't played Luigi's Mansion since its launch-ish like release and stuff. The reason is because after you play it once, I feel like it's really boring to go back and replay. Like, why? Like, games like platformers are sometimes good to replay because, you know, the levels are fun. But here, it's just like, once you know the puzzles, it's just really boring. Like, it's all about figuring out the puzzles. And I don't feel the same way about the original Luigi's Mansion because, number one, it's less puzzle-focused. I do love the puzzles. It is less puzzle-focused. But there's more to the experience besides the puzzles. In this game, I feel like it's just about the puzzles. And since I already completed them, it's just a little boring to go back to. But, in the original Luigi's Mansion, there's, like, the boss ghosts replay, which gives you a replay value. So you want to replay that even if you done all the puzzles and know all the puzzles and know the game. It's still really fun to go back. It's fun to go back and get scores. It's the same way in this game, but once you get the maximum score, there's no really reason to replay it again. And the levels are very, like, mission-based, and it isn't, like, through the whole game, kind of like how Pikmin is or something. It isn't, like, archaic as Pikmin or Luigi's Mansion, because, like, you don't just go through the whole game and then have a score and then want to replay it that way. You just want to replay the little missions, and then after that, you don't really want to replay the game as a whole unless you're replaying specific missions, but, you know, that takes too long. I don't know. I think they were kind of going for a lot of little Luigi's Mansion games within the game. Like, maybe if this was like a separate mode, like a little mission mode, it'd be fine. But the main game I prefer is a one big chunk, because then it's just more replay. It has more replay value. It's more archaic. You can compare scores. You know, I don't know. I just really like those type of games, and that's why I like the original Luigi's Mansion. That and the Poltergust are amazing, but in this game, it's kind of lacking, to be honest, and that's what I don't like about it. But this game is still really good, and I do recommend it. It's not the best 3DS game, though, in my opinion. There's a lot better ones, like Link Between Worlds. That's like one of the best Zelda games right now, because that game just brings back the old Zelda formula. Because a lot of the old Zeldas, the newer Zeldas, are just more focusing on, like, you know, the story being complicated, you know, gimmicks or whatever, or like big, yeah, like specific things to the game, like, oh, you can use masks, or oh, you can use motion control with your sword, or oh, look, your opponent on a horse, oh, yeah, and you can swing your sword on opponent, and it's a Ocarina of Time ripoff, woohoo, you know. But, you know, I just like how that game is just true to the Zelda format and stuff, and doesn't try anything new, and goes back to its roots a little, because something special got taken away by all those new additions to the other Zeldas, especially the 3D Zeldas. But anyways, back on track. This is Luigi's Mansion, not Legend of Zelda. But yeah, this game, I do still recommend, but not as your first game in the 3DS library. There's a lot more better 3DS games. So yeah, I think this may be a little better than Pokemon X and Y. I wasn't too fond of Pokemon X and Y, but I'll probably talk about that later, and a lot of you in the comments are probably like, oh my god, you don't like Pokemon, where's your life? I don't know if I'm just not nostalgic for it, but it just seems like a Gen 1 copy. Anyways, I don't need to talk about that. If you want me to make a separate video on, like, maybe I should make a 2013 3DS impressions. That video, that might be a good video to make. Do you guys think that's good? Post it in the comments. If not, I'll probably just not bother with it. Anyways, back on track. No more off-track commentary. Another reason why I like this this mansion is because in the exhibits, especially the first floor exhibits, there's a lot more to do after the main thing. Like, you can go back to old areas in this mansion and do things that you couldn't do before because you have new abilities. And that's what it was like in the original Luigi's Mansion. And I feel like this Luigi's Mansion is only like that in the first mansion and the last mansion, which really bugs me. Like, it's not unique in the... It's kind of unique in the second mansion, not at all in the third or the fourth. It's just too linear, and I love these little secrets, like going back to areas with new abilities and new portals, but it's just not, this genius design is not present in the previous mansions. I like how this game has a great final mansion and comes off with a bang, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of people would just be turned off by even getting this far because of the third and fourth mansions. They're just kind of boring, to be honest. Luckily, they have like a lot, quite a bit of short missions in those mansions, like 1 or 2, and then one really long one to make up for it. But I don't know. It's just, anyways, we're just getting more of these plants to do things, because basically in every exhibit, Except for, I think, the Egyptian one, you can, go up to, you can fly up to an area and, do something. Like in the Dark Age exhibit, you'll be able to do something at the top. So yeah, you basically have to do something at the top on every, mission but the Ancient Egypt one. And I'm repeating myself a lot. Like, oh my god. I really... You can obviously tell that I haven't commentated this game in like 6 months, and also haven't post-commentated in 6 months, besides that one Pikmin guide video, but that was kind of a different style of post-commentary than this, because this is longer, and it's more of like a live commentary type commentary, rather than like a guide. So, yeah. See, this wisp spackling, I never knew it existed. I don't know. So yeah, until really later in the game, like after I beat it and went back to get some crystals and stuff. Because I'm not gonna lie, the crystals are pretty hard to get. Not gonna lie. Okay. I obviously didn't catch this in the footage because I honestly don't know what's going on. Didn't we just get this balloon and went up here? Yeah, didn't we just do this? Why do we... Come on. Do we really have to repeat this? Oh, I think he just messed up and he has to get onto the top of this. Right. Should've cut that out. Sorry, guys. I guess it gave me a little more time to ramble then, though. But then I'm... And then, just watch. I have, like, nothing to talk about at the very end. And I'll be like, damn it, why didn't I cut it out so I have consistent commentary? Damn it. But whatever. I guess I could have done it in post, like, not post-editing footage, but post-commentating, and just pretended like I cut it. It cut, because the commentary isn't really mapped to the gameplay very well at the moment, but, look at me, just analyzing my gameplay. Jeez, who am I? Oh, wow. Well, anyways, that's a boo of this, mission. I honestly, for a second, forgot boos existed. Boos in this, game. Just like a lot of the unlockables in this game, I don't feel are worth it. Like, I don't know. I just really don't like Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon as much as the original. And I think I've stated this a lot of times, but oh my god. Like, it's kind of disappointing because the two most exciting games I bought for this year was Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon because I love Luigi's Mansion, and Pikmin 3 because I love Pikmin. The two launch GameCube games I love, but they didn't really come out the way I wanted them to. I do think Pikmin 3 is better than this, how this came out. Mainly because this was developed by a different studio, Next Level Games, so it wasn't like the same-ish developers as the original. Unlike Pikmin 3, which it was the same developers, like the same studio and stuff. But, I don't know, Pikmin 3, I love the engine, I love the mapping, but, I just don't like the rest of it. I'm gonna, from my first playthrough at the finale, my blind playthrough, I am gonna probably praise it a little more than I do now. Mainly because I just had so much fun with it on my first playthrough, but, the replay value isn't as good as I thought. And I'll probably, make a post-thoughts video after the finale Pikmin 3 Blind, because that was recorded in August now. Yeah, yeah, you'll see that later. I'll probably make a follow-up video to that of my impressions like 6 months later or whatever. Oh my god, I really need to get to uploading that Let's Play. It's only third uploaded. I'm so bad. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just, I'm getting lazy. Anyways. This part can be a little tricky. What you want to do is first get out that, take out that purple ghost. I forgot what it's called. Because every time you try to get the blue ghost, that ghost will disrupt you. So, yeah. The blue ghosts disrupt you as well, but, not as bad as the other one because they're, like, locked into one place and you can kind of easily dodge them. Also, another thing I forgot. While you're sucking up, you can press B to jump out of the way of things. I never knew that. Until, like, multiplayer after I beat the game. By the way, this game has amazing online multiplayer. I don't know why this game... I don't know what made them think this game needed it. Because it clearly doesn't. But... oh my god, was it a good idea. I wish they did that with every Nintendo game. Like Pikmin 3, they need a lot of Wii U games need online multiplayer. Like seriously, what is happening? The 3DS is doing so much better online than the Wii U right now. And yes, I know the Zelda Link Between Worlds didn't have online multiplayer, and it would have been cool to battle yourself online, kind of like with Street Pass. But yeah, I don't know. Now that I think about it, does Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon have any Street Pass features? I don't think it does, really. Yeah, I like how they focus on online multiplayer over Street Pass because, like, I see that they're focusing on Street Pass in a lot of games. But I'd much rather have online multiplayer for 3DS games over Street Pass.
Oh, yellow. Ciao. Oh, yes. Ho, ho. I did it. Ho, ho.